Fat Furby back again with another video. Manufacturer round. Oh no, hang on a sec. This is not Gran Turismo. We are in iRacing, and this is going to be the first Enduro race as a team with CSTBFO, Jad, myself, and Nitro Racing. So it is 4 hours at the Burg in the lovely Mazda. And this is gonna be quite interesting. We're all newbies. And off they go. Nitro is in the car first. So the green light's going before even crossing the start finish line, and it caught Nitro off a little bit, and already there is carnage, and Nitro straight into the back. And I mean, after watching the replay, there really was no vision that there was a crash. And unfortunately, Nitro straight into the back of a few cars. Luckily, we can grab a pit stop before even crossing the line. But then, there is more craziness. I don't know what this guy is doing. He's in an Austin Powers 3-point turn, and the guy behind Nitro just says, "Mate, get out of the way." So a little bit flustered, but nothing to worry about. A quick stop, and Nitro back on track. So this is a lap 1. And the whole idea was to survive the 4 hours, bring the little Mazda all the way home in one piece, hopefully. And a Mazda also behind Nitro at this stage. So I think we qualified 42nd overall out of all of the races. 16th on the grid for the Mazdas. So this was going to be a tough race. And Nitro doing a lovely job, but in the baby carousel loses a little bit of traction. Able to get back on the track though. And onwards. Nitro powers on. The Mazda still looking alright and driving okay at this stage. As we go on to another lap, and a faster car. I don't know what happened then. Bit of a racing incident, but this is the beginning of the total punishment of the Mazda. So some rear end damage. I do believe this was the start of the steering problems. As we jump on with Nitro. And a pretty different feeling in iRacing on the Nurburgring. Curbs, not much of a problem with the Mazda, but for the higher class cars, you do want to keep it on the asphalt. But I must say, the racing physics in iRacing, it's something that you have to feel to understand. and Nitro putting in some good times here. We were roughly just over the 10-minute mark for the qualifier. And all pretty much doing 10.08s, 10.10s at the start. And quite nerve-wracking when other cars are coming up behind to overtake as you get lapped in the slower Mazda. But this makes for some fantastic racing. So we do have Jad and myself and Nitro. We are on Discord chat, learning each other's driving style, helping each other out when we can, just letting know that cars are coming up. But Nitro starting us off, doing a fantastic job. And some great camera angles in iRacing. Nitro working the Mazda. On to the long back straight. And it is a beautiful day out at the Burg. As Nitro finishes his stint off, entry speed spot on. There is no pit limiter in this race, so you do have to watch your exit entry speed. And we get Jad into the car, Mr. Smooth Consistency. And away he goes for his stint. So Inxile and Larry Lovestem also racing. They were in a higher up class. I think this was tier 3. They were in tier 2. Laz is a higher rated driver. But they were doing very well. Go check out Inxile Garage, where you can watch the whole stream and see how they went. But Jad looking smooth. As the faster Audi approaches. And nicely let through there. Can be quite scary, like we said before, especially with the new Logitech headset that I have at 7.1. It is just a deep rumble, especially when those beastie Mercedes hammer past you. But Jad driving very nicely. And 4 hours can be a long time, but really enjoyed this team racing layout. Little bit of a glitch there. The other Audi driver had smashed into the wall. Jad busting out the laps, still setting good low 10-minute times, and it was probably about this time that we'd jumped from 16th maybe up to 12th So the unlucky start that we did have, the consistent driving from Nitro and Jad was helping us come up through the field. But Jad still driving the little Mazda to the limit. There were some engine problems and the steering was a little off center, so the car was going to be delivered to myself in not the best shape, but we did want to get the car home. And Jad was running a little low on fuel. I think he had 1.2 laps left. We had organised to pit, but Jad, being Jad, decided that he was just going to keep driving. So a pit box error, but enough petrol to get around for another lap. And some beautiful helicopter chase cam there. And the Burg definitely is a big track for this little Mazda, as getting lapped again by the faster cars. Baby carousel, nice entry and exit, just rolling it over the edge on exit. So still keeping up the speed while letting cars through, and Jad doing an amazing job. And look at that little Mazda go. Absolutely flying. And this time, Jad is aware of where the pit entry is. And it's time for Fat Furby to get into the freshly brand new untouched car. As the car rolled in, we kind of looked at it and said, what the hell? And in we go. And instantly we notice the steering problem, and with a quick confirmation from Jad over the radio, it is confirmed that the steering was busted when Jad got in the car. So Nitro went to town a little bit, ranking up 14 X points, which you don't want to do, I don't think, but it sounds like Nitro says you got to collect them all. So Jad and I will have to run off track and have more incidents in the next time we do this. But we are out on track. And sore legs already from just sitting in the sim rig, waiting for the drive time. But we are in it now. Although there was something that Furby did forget to do, before he jumped in for his stint. And trying to work the Mazda as best we can. It does make it very interesting though, with the damage to the car. And the goal was to get it home. We had started moving into the top 10 by this stage. And that was starting to be the goal, to finish in the top 10 with a faster car approaching. The Furby starts to panic. And we should be able to get onto the main straight before being absolutely swallowed up. This guy has probably lapped us 3 or 4 times already. And what a tough sounding machine. They are so loud when they overtake you. He is flying. And now the cameraman slowly pans as we go by. So what was it that we forgot to do? Well, we forgot to go to the little boy's room. And Furby was busting. So it was time for a pit stop and get Nitro in the car again for a few more laps. So Nitro, he loves to be on track, and he really started to open up the little Mazda as he pulls over nicely. And petrol was running low here, so Nitro was able to really get low 10-minute lap times, and this pushed us. I think we were 8th when we came into the pits, and Nitro was able to pick up another spot, so we were in 7th. Absolutely flying this time, Nitro. He was flying in the first stint. As more beastie cars overtake. And right now, it actually feels like Nitro is racing all of them. A little bit of an off track up there. This is Nitro's chance to overtake on the inside. If only we were in a faster car. But some great driving there, incident-free driving for Nitro, and he was flying. And the pit fella, he was just standing in front of me. He wouldn't move, so we just ran over him to get out of the pits. And we get back on the track to bring it home. Currently in 7th. A good minute and a half in front of the person behind. And the Mazda looks brand new from the front. But that is all about to change. Faster cars approaching. The other Mazda, he is about to lap us. He is in front of us. And things looking all right. We let the Porsche through. Almost off track there. We are approaching the carousel, so we are going to run it high, and the idea was to let through the Mazda and the other faster, I think it is a Porsche. So we will stay high, but this is where things go wrong for Furby. Our spotters have left us, having a bit of a chit-chat. We are totally unaware until about now, where we turn and the Mercedes says, "Thank you very much. You don't need a bonnet anymore." As we have trouble finding what gear is what. There is panic on the radio. But we get the car going again. But it is time for a pit stop very shortly. We're just trying to get it back. The steering is absolutely busted. The engine is hurting. It doesn't want to do any more. But we want to keep pushing the best we possibly can. 20 minutes left, roughly. And the little Mazda has had a hard day at the office, that's for sure. But it was full focus on finishing the race and hopefully hold on to the 7th position. But that could all be dependent on how long the pit stop was going to take. As we run into the pits. So a few complaints sometimes about Gran Turismo Sport with the 25-second, 30-second pit time. Try 8 minutes and 50 seconds. I know that in Inxile they were sitting in the pits for 16 minutes. So 25 seconds sounds good to me. But away we go to finish the race. We do lose our 7th position, but we do hold on to 8th. And what a great experience that was. 3 rookie noobs. So thanks to Nitro and Jad, we will be into the next one. Inks will be in the next one with Laz as well. Let's get more drivers in for some good times in iRacing. Until next time,